Fixed it.
Fixed it. Had my own stream open. That's crazy, huh?
I do it every single time.
Look at my tier list. We're tier listing today. I'm gonna tell you about 20 sports anime. I watched 20 different sports to find out what is the best sport if you are an anime person like us.
Best sport. This is coming from two people who do not sport.
What do you mean? I sport all the time.
I've sport once or twice in my life.
I'll tell you all the sports I've played as we go along.
Okay, cool. I'll do the same.
I've
played
done
one of
sport.
these. I've done a sport. The real testament of how good a sports anime is if you watch it and then straight afterwards you're like, I want to go play that sport, and then you play it and it sucks. You ever played volleyball after watching Haikyu and then you realize volleyball sucks?
I realize I'm really bad at volleyball, yeah.
Volleyball's really hard.
Volleyball's really hard, and I have a greater respect for them after attempting to play volleyball.
They're animated boys. They're not real.
You don't need to respect them. I've got all these tiers here. We got 20 sports anime. I'm going to set my own goal that I need to put 3 of them in each tier. So we don't have a bunch of mid-anime like, honestly, all of these anime kind of are.
I would expect in reality, like half of these are C tier.
I was gonna say, coming in, 60% of these anime fall in the low B, high C range.
Great. Smack dab in the middle.
The peak mid anime. But you know what? I had a great time. I had a great time watching a bunch of them, because that is the best part of sports anime, is when I watch them and I feel like the sense of connection to the sport. Like, I feel like I want to be a part of it, you know?
Yeah, that's the good feeling. That's the good sports
I like that
anime.
club feeling. But to make it more engaging, and because you're along the ride for me here, I'm going to be quizzing you along the way about various aspects of these animes, including their voice actors, other work they've done, the characters in the anime.
Wait.
Just a bunch of different stuff. And
okay.
I'm not going to tell you how many questions there are, but you have an opportunity to gain 16 points today.
16? I'm going to gain 17.
Let me throw a wager at you.
Okay.
If you can get at least 8 points on this quiz, which I think you can, I'll stream any game of your choice.
Oh my god. Okay.
And if you don't, I'll give you a game to stream.
Okay. Alright, easy. Alright, cool.
You just gotta get 50% to pass, though. That's it.
I can't wait for the Kingdom Hearts stream.
Oh, good. Okay, a game I can play without buying new equipment.
Okay.
I'll buy the game, I won't buy a capture card to play Kingdom Hearts.
It's on Epic.
Okay, cool. Oh, it's gonna be so bad. But alright.
I'm ready for it, let's go!
Let's get right into it then. It's time. We're starting off, we're going in chronological release order, so we're starting with Hajime no Ippo, coming out on October 3rd, 2000. Do you know anything about Hajime no Ippo?
Yeah, I thought it's a 90s manga. I thought it was way earlier than 2000. I know this is one of the classics. I've never heard a bad thing about Hajime no Ippo, but it's one of those that, like, the average anime enjoyer is like, nah man, it's old. I don't want to watch that. Look at this soy boy looking. Look at this. Oh my god, he punches so hard! Whoa!
One of my favorite things about Hajime no Ippo is how old it looks. I love the style of it.
Incredible.
It feels like what a boxing anime should look like.
This is like, there's a certain point in the old anime timeline, right, where you start to get like towards Akira kind of timeline. Everybody starts looking really gross, but this like late 90s, early 2000s, like this is beautiful, and it's just got its own unique art.
Oh,
Look at that!
Some great stuff. The fights are really good. This anime is top tier in its own right. Sports anime or no, this is just a good ass anime. I love this. Love Ippo.
Amazing.
He's a shy boy who's always busy doing chores for his mom's like fishing shop. So he gets bullied on by some older boys, and then he gets the middleweight that we saw there defends him one day, and he's like, I want to learn how to be like you. So he's like, all right, go under this tree and try to catch a bunch of falling leaves with your jab. And he's like, what's a jab? And he thinks like, oh, that kid'll never do it. Whatever, he'll be doing that for months and months, and that'll, get him as far as he needs. But then he does it in like 2 days and gets back to him. He's like, oh fuck, I didn't think this kid actually... This kid's a natural. So he brings him into the gym, and then it continues to progress. Unfortunately, I haven't actually seen more than like 8 episodes of Ippo by this point. But I just love it already.
You have to watch... you have to watch a few more shows.
I had to watch a few other... I mean, luckily, I had seen at least 4 shows on this list before.
Oh, out of the 20?
Out of the 20. But Ippo's really good, and I'm watching it with a friend right now, so I'm excited to get through more of it, but it's just good, and that means we're going right back over to the tier list.
Tier list, baby!
We're getting up here. Where's Hajime no Ippo? Ippo, I'm telling you right now, squarely in A tier.
Oh,
Easy.
Not S. Not
Easy
S tier.
Unfortunately, we don't have enough room in S tier.
Okay. Okay.
You know me, Mako. I am a sucker for sports anime. I want to give so many of these the S tier.
Yeah.
I can't. Unfortunately, Ippo has to be A. But over time, it might change. A lot of these might move up or down once I go and watch the other seasons. But that's
Maybe.
Ippo. Next,
I need to give this one a watch.
April 6th, 2005.
Eyeshield 21!
Eyeshield 21. This is that campy early 2000s anime vibe I was needing. Ooh, boy. Also, this is a sport I have played.
This manga was written by the guy who did One Punch Man, illustrated by the same guy.
That makes
which is
so
why
much sense.
I really want to read this manga, because it's just like One Punch Man's artwork in an American football anime. This is crazy.
It's also, Eyeshield 21 is a superhero. It's his, alternate persona. The main character in Eyeshield 21 is the manager of the team. He doesn't want to play American football. He's just really good at running. And the quarterback, who's a really scary dude, is like, oh, you'd be a perfect running back. We gotta put you in. But we don't want anyone to know who you are, because they'll steal you from our team if they see how good you are. So they call him Eyeshield 21. And it becomes like a Superman persona, where he only shows up when they're losing in games.
Wait, what?
It's pretty wild. The quarterback draws guns at school. Crazy.
Huh?
He's a high school student. He regularly draws. Look right there. He has a.
He's got a gun.
He's just
got
an
an AR.
fucking gun.
Wait.
He draws weapons on people at school. It's insane.
Oh. Okay.
But. Eyeshield 21 will go into games and they'll start winning, and he'll be like, "Oh, we're winning now. I don't need to be in the game. Take me out." And then he'll return as the manager, and everyone will be like, "Oh, Senna, where's Eyeshield? Where'd he go?" And he's like, "Oh man, sorry. I think Eyeshield had to go home. He had to go home for some reason." And then they're like, "Oh, we get it. He just doesn't think we're good enough to play with him."
What?
But the manager's so bashful and shy. He's like, "No, that's not what I wanted them to think."
Why does he want to be the manager so bad?
Because he doesn't want to play. He's very shy and not aggressive, and he doesn't want to get hurt. Is his big thing. He doesn't want to get hurt.
Okay.
So he's really good at running because he doesn't want to get hurt.
Oh, got it. Okay.
And so he realizes that if you'd never get tackled if you're just faster than everybody.
True.
Pretty good. Pretty good overall.
Okay.
Pretty good overall. I don't know if I'm gonna watch any more of it. You know, I think it's earned C for now.
C?
I
Okay.
think it's the middle of the pack. I don't think it's super special, but I think it's got interesting enough bits to have quality moments.
Okay.
But more importantly, we've got something better to take care of. Question time. The protagonist always refers to the following characters as Porky, even though they constantly ask them to stop. Which one is it? Which character is nicknamed Porky by the protagonist? Is it Ozeki Shinya from sumo wrestling? Is it Ryokan Kurita from American football? Or is it Yusei Nishida, who is a karate player?
I was looking for which one has pig in their name, but I don't think any of them do.
I can tell you more about them if you'd like to know about them at all. I won't tell you, obviously, anything relevant to why they would be named Porky, but I can tell you more about them if you want to know.
Yusei Nishida looks like the guy from Earthbound, who I think is also named Porky.
Yeah?
So that's my guess.
Holy shit. You're absolutely right. That is Porky.
Let's go!
That is Porky from Chihayafuru.
I got him!
Who Chihaya always, since childhood, referred to as Porky, even though he constantly asked her to stop.
Please stop!
But he's kind of a dick, so no one really cares.
Oh god, I think he deserves it. Okay, cool.
I thought I could throw in these other dudes here and you'd be like, oh, big beefy boys. Of course these guys would be Porky.
The guy on the left is just sumo wrestler. He's not Porky, dude. He's fine.
He's great.
He looks great. He looks like a great dude.
Oh wait, I forgot. I gotta keep your score somewhere.
We're 1 point closer to the Kingdom Hearts stream. Let's go! Yeah!
1, baby.
That's because I'm number 1. I'm going all the way to the top.
That's because they're
baby.
number 1. Alright. Easily done. Next up. Oh, it's October 4th, 2011, and it's time for Chihayafuru.
This is... Oh, what?
Do you
what
know
is this
about
shoujo?
Karuta? Do you know about Karuta?
I think I played it on a Kirby game on the DS.
You gotta memorize poems. You lay out these poem cards that have been picked by Japanese emperors, and as a announcer reads them out, you gotta smack them out of play before your opponent finds them and does it before you.
Wait, no, I've never seen this.
Chihaya Ayase has never been much known for anything but her supportiveness for her sister's modeling career, until one day she meets a boy he tells her that his dream is to become the world's greatest karate player. And she's like, that's amazing, I've just been following my sister's dream this whole time. That could be my dream too. So she wants to be the best karate player of all time now, and she's actually kind of good at it, but she can't really memorize very well. She's just got quick reactions. And she's kind of always been overshadowed by her sister's modeling career success, but over the course of the show, you start to realize her parents start to make scrapbooks of her, karate tournaments, and it's very sweet. The show is very heartwarming. Fun fact, I believe this is one of ProZD's favorite animes, period.
Hey?
This shit good.
Of course, that guy loves his card games.
Good. It's pretty. The animation's really good. There's a lot of fun, talking about the history of the poems, and it's very different. And they have entire scenes where they're staking a claim on this is a sport. Karate is a sport, even though people in Japan don't really treat it like such. There is a circuit for it, and the people who are into it are really into it, and it's very sweet. And I like how the main two characters, Chihaya and Taichi, are very pretty and very attractive in their high school. They're very popular for being pretty, and everyone wants to hang around them, but they only want to play karate. and no one
They
wants
just
to play
wanna play
Karuto
cards.
with them.
Nobody
So-
cares about cards.
Everyone's like, Taichi, why don't you come hang out with us? And he's like, oh, why don't you come join the Karuta club, actually? And they're like, oh, no, that's okay. That's fine.
That's some nerd shit. I can't.
It is.
Ah.
Exactly. And it's sweet.
If it's got an announcer like reading out these poems while they're, it looks pretty intense, and I bet it sounds really good. Hearing the announcer narrate all these poems as they're being, I don't really know. I would have to see a game.
The music's really good too. Ooh, it's fun. This is
Sounds
one
very
I'm
interesting.
going to finish, and I believe for that, it's getting up into A tier, baby. I think something's gonna have to
Okay.
move later, but we'll see. April 7th, 2012.
Yeah,
Kuroko's
I've seen this
basketball,
one.
baby. Kuroko's basketball. Who hasn't seen this bad boy?
Let's go.
The king of sports anime, some may
God,
say.
I wish I could hear the
The
music.
dark
God, I wish I could hear the
underdog.
music.
Can do.
Can do.
This is such
also,
one of the best
Fly High,
openers. This
and,
one sticks
yeah.
in my head all the time. I watched this entire 26 episodes in like 2 days without even thinking about it. I had other anime to watch at this point. I had so many more to go, and I was like, nah, I don't care. I'm watching all of it. And there's still
I told
more.
you to watch this one forever. Every time you talk to me about Haikyu, I was like, yeah, but have you seen Kuroko no Baske?
So I thought this was a different kind of anime, to be honest. Not a sports anime. I just didn't know who Kuroko was. I thought Kuroko was a much more intense type of person. I didn't realize he was this like
No.
shy, demure, like tactics genius that I love.
Yeah. I love
Um,
his whole idea is he's like a supporting character. He doesn't make shots himself.
He's
he
the
sucks.
best at it.
But
The Keiko Middle School basketball team,
he's a passer. That's what he does.
and he's
He doesn't
incredible.
score.
Yeah. I don't even know if that type of passing is theoretically plausible in real world.
I
It's
mean,
insane.
they all have. The thing I love about this anime is they all have like a superpower, right? They've all got their own like basketball superpower, which is why I really liked BLUELOCK as well. And I know we're gonna get there, but when
Except
they started
for
talking
my
about
favorite.
like everybody's weapons in BLUELOCK, I was like, oh, this is what I love. Like, there's that guy in Kuroko no Baske who's just like, I hit my shots 100% of the time. I do not miss my threes. I'm a high school student and I do not miss my threes.
I was so disappointed. My favorite Sarin player is the guy who is the jack of all trades. Like, he's just really good at. He's pretty good at everything, but he's not great. He's not reliable.
Yeah. There's a lot of really small characters in that anime that you don't see ever again. They're like, they're really cool. There's one guy, who's just good at rebounds. He's obsessed with rebounds.
Oh, the Dennis
And every
Rodman
time-
of anime.
Every time the ball hits the back of board, he's like, reboundo! And he's there, and he hits it in every time.
Oh my god, I'm absolutely
crazy.
there for that. I can't wait to go back and watch more Kuroko's basketball.
He is
This
amazing.
one's so good. I noted down, I love in this one how badass the girl coaches are, in that they have girl coaches and that they're good, and they're like confidently good at their job.
Yeah.
And I love how she's like a sports trainer's like daughter, but she's just way into it and is also a coach and is doing all of it and is just a good character. Is
Yeah.
so welcomed in sports anime. I've found that so many of these have just like girl who is girl.
There is the girl manager, and
Girl
she's just
manager.
here. And everybody in the team's like, oh my god, she's so pretty! Yeah.
These girl coaches do things, and it's worthwhile. And
Yeah.
they talk to each other like high schoolers, a lot like in the Haikyu dub. Like I don't know. The writing is good. This is a real good one.
Yeah.
So obviously,
Kuroko no
gives
Baske
it.
made me go outside and play basketball. That's what I'm saying.
Really?
It's one of those sports anime. Yeah.
Oh,
And then I realized basketball is lame. Because
No.
if you miss the hoop, and it like bounces
What?
off, you have to like run like 50 meters to get your ball wherever the fuck it rolled. And keep going. It's just like, I'm tired just from
So
getting my
playing
ball
by
back.
yourself is boring.
Yeah, yeah, literally. Go outside,
Who would have thought?
shooting some hoops, realize you can't make any, go
You gotta
home.
find your Kagami. You gotta find your Kagami.
Or I could just, I don't know, find a shower. I don't need to play sports.
Dang. Well, Kuroko's basketball squarely goes in S tier easily.
S tier, baby.
That's top of the line sports anime. Moving on. Oh boy, we're getting into the high tiers. July 4th, 2013. This anime is gay, dog. And I love it. This one, I know you have thoughts about it, but I love this one. This one's so fun and like colorful, and it's so well animated, and everyone's having fun, and everyone loves each other. And my God, I'm not here for the gay bits, but I do like them. So you know, I'm not hating.
You can be talking about like three of the anime on this list. I don't know which one.
What do you mean? It's free, baby.
Oh, I still see the tier list.
Oh, really? Oh, I didn't even... I'm a fool!
There we go! It's free, baby!
It's free, that's the wrong one.
That's not free.
Go back.
That's not free.
It's free,
That's
baby.
Damn, it's not free. It's free, baby!
This one's beautiful, the music's good, the writing's good.
The water looks so good!
It's so good.
I was a swimmer. I should love free.
What do you not like about free? It's so fun!
I watched the first episode. I just thought it was a little boring. If I watched more than one episode, I would have gotten into it.
You gotta get a little further in. It's so
fast. I love the characters. There's also so much free. There's so much free.
There's so much free.
It's got like 3 movies, doesn't it?
Dive into the future, yeah. Yeah, there's a ton of them, but I love these characters. I love these boys.
Right?
Nanase is one of my favorites of any of these anime. I love Nanase. I assume so many people must find Nanase annoying, but I love him. I love him so much. He's the blonde hair, like, real friendly guy. On the right here, short boy.
Oh. Nagisa?
Nagisa, sorry.
Nagisa!
Who's Nanase? Who the fuck am I?
I don't know.
Oh, Haruka Nanase. Main protagonist is Haru.
Main character Haru.
Haruka Nanase.
I also free the ending song for free is classic.
Oh, Ray
Absolute
John?
classic. The one where they're in the desert.
Oh yeah, I thought that was so weird, but it was worth watching. God, I'm gonna probably finish at least like the first bit of it. I don't know if I'm gonna go watch all the movies and whatnot. Man, that's some good stuff, dog.
I should watch at least a season of it.
I wrote in my notes, this show's thirsty as hell and goofy to boot.
I don't think I wasn't gay enough when I watched Free.
You might like it now.
I might like it now.
It's not that gay, it's just got suggested gay. It doesn't have real... suggested Yuri on Ice stuff.
Anime can't full send being gay. They're too scared.
Oh, you say that, but hold on. We'll get there. Some of these are modern anime you may remember. Where are Free?
Free's at the bottom. Free's at the that one. Yeah.
Free, I have decided borders on S tier.
Damn. Okay.
But not better than Hajime.
Yeah, I was about to say. That might...
So I've been making this whole project, and I've been like thinking about what I'm gonna rate these, but I haven't been trying to think too hard about it. Because I want to come to these hard battles of like, oh man, I didn't realize I want to put 6 of these things in A tier.
That's what's gonna happen. But then we're gonna get to so many of them that you're gonna be like, it's gonna be like A tier and C tier are gonna be the 2 most popular tiers.
We'll see. There's some I'm confident I am going to really dogpile on. Ace of Diamond, cool. Baby. Ace of Diamond. This one is mid, baby.
Baseball is the most popular sport in Japan. So I'm really surprised that Ace of Diamond is mid. I'm surprised there's not a good baseball anime.
I opened up Ace of Diamond and I was like, baseball anime, I'm all about it. Baseball was sick. I'm gonna be so into this. The intro looks good. I'm loving it. I'm liking what I'm seeing.
This
and
looks
then
great.
I realized there are 75 episodes in season 1. And I said, excuse me? And this is exactly in the moment of this project where I said, I will watch 12 at least and move on.
Okay.
So I cannot watch 75 episodes of Ace of Diamond for this project. That's more than other anime I really like. And I got 12 episodes into Ace of Diamond. It took me 7 episodes to start caring. Like, it was probably episode 9 where I was like, okay, this is actually starting to engage me at all. I don't think it's very good, but I think it gets there. So if you really want baseball anime, I think this is your ticket. If you want baseball, you're Ace of Diamond. But
There's something better.
there's some other ones, but this is the one I've been told.
This
and
is
as far as I
the
can
baseball
tell.
anime, yeah.
And what I like about Ace of Diamond is that our main character is from a small farming town where he was the best pitcher, and he gets invited to a private baseball high school where they have 2 strings of teams. And he wants to be the ace pitcher. But when he gets there, they're like, nah, dog, you're average at best. We're not even sure if we want you on the team, you're tiny. Why don't you go train over on the tires or whatever? And they basically make him run laps for a long time, and then he gets to join in on practice, and eventually proves himself, and he gets to become second string pitcher. But there is a first string pitcher who's only a year older than him, and he's a true prodigy. Already way better than him, and he's got someone to look up to who's already better than him, which I kind of like. I like sports anime when our main character isn't immediately a prodigy from the get-go.
I think usually they aren't. Well, maybe not. Sometimes they are. Sometimes they're literally starting from the bottom.
Yeah. I think much like our next one.
Oh, yeah.
First... Oh. Gotta rank Ace of Diamond. Ace of Diamond... Pretty good. I'm willing to put it above Eyeshield. Takes
Okay.
too long. Takes too long. Spins its wheels. But it gets there. If you can manage to get in. I think this will fall later. In fact, I'm gonna drop it to C right now. I know there's gonna be more heat coming in.
So what you're saying is, overall, Ace of Diamond was a swing and a miss.
Yeah. A little bit. I might go back one day, but not before many, many other things on this list. Including... What's next? Oh, it's question time. Question time. Okay. Mako, you know how in these anime they have similar character tropes? A lot of characters look similar across these shows. And there's usually a brooding, dark-haired, dark-eyed character who's a bit standoffish. You know, characters like Makoto Shiratori, Maki Katsuragi, Arata Wataya, Takeru Kurahara, and Haruka Nanase, of course. But
where's
what?
Kageyama? Where's Kageyama from Haikyu?
Oh, well, you might realize that, Mako, this is pretty embarrassing. I actually have kind of confused which one of these guys is which. Can you tell me what sport these boys play again?
Okay, so Shiratori plays badminton, Haruka swims,
I've listed all of the sports on the bottom, by the way.
Maki plays tennis, Arata, wait. Wait, hang on. Okay. Kakeru does track. He looks like he's got a running top. That looks like a
windbreaker?
Yeah, sure. Maki looks like he plays tennis, but he could just be
Does
dressing
he?
like a freaking nerd. He could be playing cards.
Any of these guys could play tennis. Maybe I just picked a picture of when they're not on, not at school or whatever.
I'm gonna say Maki plays tennis, Arata plays Karuta. Final answer.
Well, you bet big and you went big. That's 5 whole points for a full correct answer.
Let's go! I'm so smart. We did it.
Going straight from 1 to 6 points.
Whoa!
Only 2
wait a
points
minute.
away. I told you. There's some of these questions are big opportunities. Some of them are worth 1, some of them are worth 5.
Oh my god, I'm nuts, dude.
Each one of these boys is their own point. Well done.
What is Maki from?
Maki is from Stars Align.
Star? I haven't heard of that one. I know like 3 tennis anime, and that is none of them.
We'll get around to it. It's time for
All right.
October 7th, 2013.
This came out
Yowamushi Pedal.
2013?
Yowamushi Pedal, baby. What you know about Yowamushi Pedal?
I heard good things when it came out, but I think cycling's boring.
This is one of the ones I watched early on in this project, and I think it does a great job. I really like this one. I like how it makes me feel about cycling, and I like some of these nicher ones with sports I don't directly care about, but they make me care about it and show me how deep people can get into them, and like how much there's gearheads, there's people who are just into the physicality of it, there's like all types of people who are into cycling, and you get to meet a lot of them, and that's very cool.
I like these characters. These characters are quirky.
I love the main character is a otaku who goes to high school and is like, I'm gonna go to the anime club and finally get friends to talk about anime with. And then he gets there and the anime club has been closed because there's not enough members. So he starts trying to get people to join, and eventually that gets him involved in a bicycling race down the mountain from school. And he uses he uses what they call a mommy bike, a mamachari. I'm seeing
Mamachari? Okay.
which is designed. It's like a city bike. It's not designed for hill climbs. It doesn't have gears or anything. It's a single gear bike.
Yeah.
But he manages to beat a guy on a real bike who is already like a trained professional. And they're like, "How are you so good at this?" And he's like, "I ride to Akihabara every single day since I was in 4th grade."
Nerd.
Like, what are you talking about? That's a 45-kilometer ride. You're telling me you ride 90 kilometers every day after school since you were in 4th grade? And he's like, "Yeah, what's so weird about it?"
Yeah, all the time.
So then everyone wants to get him into cycling because they're like, obviously he's gonna be good. And they have like, there's the girl in this one is real into fixing bikes. So she like makes a bike for our main character, and he suddenly realizes he doesn't have to find friends who are into anime. He can find friends doing other things. Like he never imagined he could find friends by riding his bike.
The message to all the otaku of the world: go out and get a hobby.
Literally, like I could almost feel for the
sport.
author, where I felt like, oh, this is them like talking about how they were really an otaku in high school, and then maybe got into cycling for a little bit and realized,
Yeah.
you can do other club activities.
Like, oh wow.
You can make friends doing normal things or other things. The problem with Yowamushi Pedal is that it's got really disgusting 3D animation for the races.
Yep.
Terrible.
Sounds about right.
Like worse than video game level cutscenes. Looks like Initial D, but it's 2013, and they're cycling. Like, imagine if Initial D, the 3D animation, most of the car was their body.
Yeah, that's the thing about Initial D is you don't see like the person behind the wheel animated.
Yeah.
See.
Imagine you saw 3D Taka behind the wheel. That's Yowamushi Pedal, and it looks. I love it, but it makes me vomit looking at it. Like it's terrible. to look
I
at.
feel like a lot of the anime that came out from like 2013 to like 2016, they used way more 3D CG than was necessary, and it looks really bad. There's a lot of, you can find a lot of like CG animated like crowds out there that just don't look very good.
Yeah. But I think it, writing-wise, and the way it made me feel about cycling in the sport, I think it can push it itself into B. I think I will finish this one day. Even though it looks terrible. Maybe I'll read it even, because there is a manga, and I think that I've heard the manga's good.
That might be the way to do it.
But I don't know if a racing... It's like watching or reading the Initial D manga. Is that like... That makes sense?
But people say the Initial D manga is great.
That's true. But that'll stay there for now. We're gonna get back over, because do you realize what came out not even like a whole year later?
Haikyu, right?
It's Haikyu, baby. April
Haikyu,
6th,
baby?
2014.
Yeah, Haikyu came out a long time ago.
Haikyu begins, and this is not the first sports anime I watched, but it's my favorite. This is the second
sports anime that got you into sports anime.
This is the sports anime that made me love sports anime, and this one I think is the sports anime to watch if you're going to watch any of them. I love this one. I love the way it demonstrates like getting better as a high school team. I love the club sense. I love how everyone feels like friends, and there's different levels of relationships, and all the characters are well defined, and it's so good, like top to bottom. I just it's cozy. It's like I've never had an anime made me cry more than Haikyu, which is kind of sad to say, but I feel for these teams that are playing, and like not even the main teams. I love all the characters in this show.
Yeah, everybody in this show. It is very, very rare, especially for a sports anime, to make me like audibly cheer when things go well.
Yeah.
Right? When like a character who barely gets any screen time finally has his moment, you're like, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, you're like, yeah, let's go.
Sugawara.
It's
where I'm just like, yes, finally, he's playing, finally. And what I love most about Haikyu that I think so many other sports anime fail to do is it teaches me about the sport. It assumes I know something about the sport, but it also teaches me so many basics, and it does it through characters that doesn't make it feel too forced. Sometimes it does, but not as much as other sports anime I've encountered. And some other sports anime won't even teach you how to play their sport in the first season, which I think is insane.
That's a shame, yeah.
We'll get to it, but goddamn, Haikyu, baby. Haikyu is so good. I've seen all of it, and it probably is the reason I'm now here doing this project. So Haikyu goes straight to the top of S tier.
Yeah, absolutely. I feel like most sports anime is very similar, very samey. They really follow the same exact formula. I feel like Haikyu follows that formula as well, but it's like solid. It nails every part of the formula. And it's like the new standard of sports anime, right?
Yeah.
Until BLUELOCK comes along and breaks the formula. But we'll get to that.
We'll get to that. We got a while to go.
We got a while before BLUELOCK.
A lot of anime. Haikyu spurred off a lot of sports anime, you'll find.
Yeah!
But something I was surprised to find is that I thought so many of these other anime came out after Haikyu. Like, I thought Free was post-Haikyu. I thought Yowamushi Pedal was post-Haikyu. I thought Kuroko's Basketball was post-Haikyu. But no. Haikyu's, like, old, but not that old.
Yeah. But Haikyu did spark another sports anime revolution. Where everybody was like, yeah, we gotta make our own sports anime. What can we make a sports anime about? Badminton.
Hey, shut up.
Look,
I love Makoto.
I've seen 2 badminton anime now.
I do. Okay, this is a good point to bring in. I have a theory that if your sport has a net in it, it's probably a good anime.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah,
the basketball net, the volleyball net, and we're gonna find a few more nets along the way that make your sport anime pretty good, it turns out. In Free, they go work at the fishing shop and use fishing nets, and...
Whoa!
Oh, you know what
You heard it
what
here
it's time
first.
for, though?
Question time?
It's question time.
Let's go!
One of these characters self-identifies as non-binary gendered. Which one is it? Is it Yuta Asuka from Stars Align? Is it Koshi Sugawara from Haikyu? Or is it Go Matsuoka from Iwatobi Swim Club?
What?
This is in the show, canonically they say it.
This is news to me. I don't know Yuta, but I know Sugawara and I know Go. But clearly I haven't watched enough Haikyu to hear Sugawara say anything about that. I don't think Sugawara is non-binary.
I don't think my favorite Haikyu character wouldn't be non-binary.
They are the best Haikyu character. That is true. I do think it's Go.
Mr. Calm and Refreshing?
I want to say it's Go Matsuoka.
That's a good guess, because they do that stuff in Free where she has a manly name and all the boys have girly names.
Yeah, exactly. I remember
that
she's got
cool.
like the muscle fetish.
Unfortunately, for you, Yuta Asuka is non-binary.
Okay. I don't know that they're from Stars Align.
They are from Stars Align. They admit to the main character Maki in a private meeting that they don't believe that the male gender identifies with them, and if anything, they're probably non-binary.
Okay.
And then he's like, actually, my older sisters usually call me you when we're at home, and so the main character is like, okay, then I'll call you you as well. And for the rest of the show, everyone calls him you.
That's sweet.
It's pretty good.
That's cool.
And
Don't
then
see enough
really
of that in
happens.
anime.
Unfortunately, Stars Align is one of those trauma anime, but nothing really happens to Yuta per se.
Okay,
This
cool.
is just their thing, which is, it's representation. It's not the best kind, but
Yeah.
it's not harmful representation, at least. It was weirdly refreshing to hear a main protagonist of an anime say, I actually, when I was young, my nanny was FTM. That is the line he says.
Oh, okay.
Maki in Stars Align had a trans nanny when he was younger, and he's like very accepting of it. And it's so oddly refreshing. I was like, I'm blown away. I was like, I've never heard these words in an anime, but it's so weird
That's
to just
crazy. Me neither.
hear it dropped. But it's like, I was like, oh my god, this is so cool. Like, there's an episode where they want to go spy on a middle school that they're gonna play against, but only girls show up to their practices. And they're like, how are we gonna show up? It's gonna be so obvious that we're a tennis team if we have a recording device as well. And so Yuta is like, hold on guys, my sisters have a bunch of clothes we can borrow. Let's just dress up as girls and we'll go to the match and record it like that, so that no one assumes anything. And the whole team is like, yeah, but who's gonna do it? They don't say like, no, I can't be, it couldn't be me. They're just like, which one of us is the most passing to do so? And it's the main character in Yuta. And so they do that, they cross-dress, they go meet up with the rest of the team, everyone calls them pretty. Then they go do it.
Nice.
Like,
big win.
It's really cool. I don't know. It was like, it was just so casual and not like a weird thing. They were just like, this is the only way we can do it, so whatever. Let's just do it.
That's
And
really cool.
The
That
main character is so accepting and nice. It's lovely.
I think I've watched like one episode. Like I think I've watched one anime that has a healthy outlook on trans people and gender identity. And good to know there's more out there.
Yeah. unfortunately, Stars Align gets a little weirder, but we'll get to that when its time comes.
Okay.
It's time for another net-based anime,
Oh!
and it's Ping Pong the animation. It's 5 days after Haikyu started, and we get...
I haven't seen this. It's S tier, though.
We get Ping Pong the animation. This show is 11 episodes, and it is a ride from start to finish. It doesn't look like anything else on this list. It doesn't sound like anything on this list. There's a character named Obaba, who is an old lady, who is like a sage wizard to one of our main characters. She is voiced by Goku, and it's so good. There's Chinese characters that come over, and they just speak Chinese. They're not weirdly speaking Japanese still. In like perfect Japanese, they speak Chinese, and it's still translated, and it's so good. Our main characters are so, like... We've got Peko and Smile. These two right here. Smile is the guy in glasses, and they call him Smile because he never smiles.
I love that.
And man, this show is just such a standout. It's
absolutely
unbelievably good. It's magical. It made me... I didn't understand it by the end. I wanted to rewatch the whole thing the minute I finished it. It's... Ping Pong the animation is so damn good. It's unbelievable. The music is fantastic. The writing is incredible. The characters are insane. The themes, the everything. Watch Ping Pong the animation. I don't care who you are, if you like sports, anything or not. Watch Ping Pong. You won't regret it. It's like nothing else.
It looks so ugly, and I love it.
The point.
That's the point, right? It looks so crude. It's so great. Good.
And we will. Oh my god, the voice acting team in the sub version at least is stacked. Absolutely monstrously stacked. Yeah,
I'm gonna sit down and watch all of it like in one sitting. I already know I am.
Please do. It's so good. I would watch it with you. I would watch all of it anytime, anywhere. It's so good. I listen to the soundtrack all the time now. They have like 2 songs in the soundtrack where all the percussion is just ping pong playing. It's just the sound of a ping pong ball hitting table and paddle. And it's so beautiful.
Good.
Ping Pong, the animation, is an S tier anime.
Let's go.
Next up. Oh no. It's Prince of Stride. January 5th, 2016. It's time for Prince of Stride. Prince of Stride is a parkour anime where high schools have stride teams, where you run obstacle courses and have to do parkour moves to get the best time possible. And halfway through the race, you have to hand off your baton to another teammate and tag them within a certain range. And the whole show is about getting those good relations, they call them, so you don't lose any time on the trade-off. And that becomes like the whole point of the show, is learning about each other so you can relate really well. And you may remember, Mako, I told you this anime felt like a Persona spin-off. It felt like a Persona spin-off show. And then I looked it up. This show is created by the guy who does all the Persona manga.
Oh! Here's the funny thing. The Persona mangas are bad.
Yeah, so is Prince of Stride. Prince of Stride is it looks incredible. Prince of Stride looks amazing, sounds good, and I want it to be good. I want a parkour anime. I went in looking for like Mirror's Edge the anime.
Yeah,
and I got
sounds
Persona
awesome.
Side Story the anime.
That's really disappointing.
Really sad, really disappointing. But I did watch all of it. So, for the sake of the fact that I can't say the same for other anime here, Prince of Stride still gets top of F tier.
Oh!
It'll be the break point. You gotta be really better than Prince of Stride.
I do just want Mirror's Edge the anime.
They should make a Mirror's Edge anime. It'd be good. I want Courier.
Yeah.
I want a Courier parkour anime.
Yeah. Can you... I'm like animating the parkour scenes in first person. Can you imagine that? Oh,
Oh, that'd be weird.
oh,
Yeah. Yeah.
it'd be freaky. It'd be so cool.
We should do it. Unfortunate. I wanted Prince of Stride to be good, but it is not. Snooze fest by the end. Do not waste your time with it.
Unfortunate.
There's so much better anime on this list.
You were telling me about it the first few episodes, and so I put it on my watch list. I was like, I'm actually gonna watch this. This sounds great.
Please do not.
And then a few days later, you were like, don't watch it.
I have
It's not good.
3 other anime I'd want you to watch way more than ever get to this. You remember when you said you've seen so much anime that you don't think you need to see certain mid-tier stuff? This is the exact type of thing where it's just nothing. It's a nothing burger of an anime.
There's so much anime out there that's just, it feels like nothing, and it feels like a big waste of time, and I'm just like, I could be watching one of the good things right now, right?
Mm-hmm. This is not worth your time.
Alright, perfect.
But it is time for questions. That is worth your time. So, Mako, one of these characters is affectionately nicknamed Nico due to their ongoing habit of smoking cigarettes inside. Which one is it? Is it Akihiro Hirata from Run with the Wind? Is it Iki Nico from BLUELOCK? Or is it Takamura Mamoru from Hajime no Ippo? And again, I have a little blurbs if you want to know more about them.
It's definitely not Iki Nico. I know that.
Are you sure? Look, his name's Nico, though.
No, I mean, unless it's in the manga, but I'm caught up with BLUELOCK, the anime right now, so... please tell me Akihiro Hirata is not a high school student?
He is a college student.
Okay, alright. I'll take that.
He is a third-year science and engineering student at Kansei University.
And then tell me about Takanaru? You're blocking his name.
Oh, sorry, Takamura Mamoru.
Takamura Mamoru.
Takamura Mamoru is the guy who meets Ippo in the first episode and stands up to his bullies. He's he's a pro boxer that is his mentor of sorts, but not his. There's a coach at the gym. This is it's his mentor, I guess. You know, it's not his coach, but it is the guy who brought him into boxing. So he's around a lot.
I also want to say Mamoru means promise. I just thought that was important to know.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool. Oh, that makes because his goal is he promises to become the champion of every weight class. He's gonna go through them all.
That's a good goal. I'm gonna say it's Takamura because I can absolutely. My logic is I think a boxer in the early 90s is more likely to smoke cigarettes than a runner college student, right? Because if he was a runner, he wouldn't want to smoke. He wouldn't want to hurt his lungs, right?
That would make sense.
Run Like the Wind came out when we knew smoking was bad, right?
That's true.
So that's my logic.
However, your logic is sound. It is wrong. Akihiro Hirata is known as Nico for smoking cigarettes in the dorm all the time.
Why do you smoke when you're a runner, you idiot?
Here's the thing, is that in the start of the show, he used to be a runner. He was a marathon runner, but then he got into college and he became a programmer and he got into smoking and he just lived a sedentary lifestyle. And then part of the show is him trying to quit smoking because he wants to be on the running. I'll get to it when we get to the show, but
okay.
He picks up wire sculpting to fix his hands, and they have good moments where they talk about he says he quit, but he also admits that he's never made it more than a week without smoking still. So is it really quitting? And there's another character who is a clean freak and hates him because he's always smoking inside, but then they become friends because he stopped smoking, and they realize they're not so different. It's good. It's Nico's a good guy. And it's one of those things he used to be good, but then he started smoking.
Yeah. Nico sounds cool. Let's go, Keijo!
So I put Keijo on this list.
Watch this one to completion twice.
I put Keijo on this list because I knew it was popular, and I thought it would be funny. But then I realized that Keijo is still better than so many other anime I watch.
Surprisingly good. I wouldn't call it a sports anime.
I would.
It is a shonen battle anime and a half.
Yeah.
It is surprisingly good. It's tropey as hell. There's your training arcs, there's your beach episodes, you've got about everything. Every trope that you could possibly imagine is in this show. But it's like surprisingly good. There's a lot of times where I watch this with my friend and we were like, this is like better than Naruto was in the early seasons. Like
Yep.
this is like surprisingly good.
I dropped
The
it
characters are interesting.
I dropped it on the 3rd episode because I was like, this is better than so many other things I've seen so far, and it's upsetting me that this is better, and it's good, but it's still not worth my time, so I'm just gonna let it pass and be like, I can't believe Keijo's better than at least 5 anime on this list.
Okay, it's not worth your time sober. This show is
this would be a great drinking game.
Extremely goofy.
Absolutely.
Oh, absolutely. There is the main girl later learns a technique called the hip flash, where she uses the momentum of her ass to like propel her attacks forward, and she trained to use the hip flash by spending an entire episode tying a rope to her waist, tying it to some radishes, and pulling radishes out of the ground with her hip muscles.
What? Okay.
And that's the whole show. It's ridiculous.
This is what I meant.
It makes no sense, and it's so funny. It's God, what a goofy show. I love it. I love Keijo.
I thought the same exact thing, but I felt like I knew where it was going, and it wasn't really net worth watching. But I was just more frustrated that I had just watched I think I just got done with Prince of Stride, straight into something else that wasn't, and straight into All Out, and then I got to this, and I was like, God damn it, this is better than
yeah,
a quarter of the list. This is insane. Why is this? In some ways, it made me mad. In other ways, I was like, okay, good. It's not just that I'm getting burnt out. It's just that these last few anime have been really bad.
I think it says a lot. I think it says a lot that I watched Keijo in high school when it first came out. I waited for the episodes to release weekly, right? I watched it in high school, and of course I liked it because I was a horny teenager. But then I watched it recently again, and I'm like actually good.
Not bad.
Like, horny aside, it's actually pretty good. I love Keijo.
I think Keijo is pretty good, and for the sake of this list, I've sentenced it to Gatekeeper of D tier.
What? Okay, alright.
You gotta be better than Keijo to get out of F tier. Maybe it'll move, but for right now, I think it's gotta sit somewhere towards the middle bottom of the list.
Okay, that's fair. We'll take that.
I know that's gonna be controversial, but I just don't think it's that good. It's goofy, it's fun, but I don't think it's something I'm gonna remember.
It's not a great sports anime.
Yeah, and then we're doing a sports anime tier list. And now,
speaking of,
we're getting to the first sports anime I watched to completion. Yuri on Ice. I watched on release in 2016, October. And it's good.
Wait, this came out before Keijo, though.
Hold on. Nope, they came out the same day, actually.
Wow.
They premiered on the same day.
I
October
swear,
6th,
Yuri on Ice came out when
2016.
I was in middle school, I thought.
I'll check my math, but I double-checked these dates through multiple sources.
I must be crazy. I must be going
It could
crazy.
be Japanese release versus Western release, I don't know.
Yeah, I haven't watched this one.
Yuri on Ice is about a boy named Yuri who's trying to become... I don't really remember, it's been so long, but, you know, we got Yuri Polinsky over here, I forget his name, the other Yuri. And this one's just really gay, and the music's good, the animation's great, the story's pretty good, but I think it falls apart towards the middle end of the show. I think Yuri on Ice was wildly overhyped when it came out, and it's not that good now, it's very much horny nonsense. But the actual ice skating sections, I think, are really worthwhile and good and fun, and I do like the overall story going on. This is one of the first anime I watched that kind of made me realize I was not straight. So,
Yeah.
I was like, oh, I like this. I think I like this part. So, I didn't rewatch it for this project, because I didn't think it was worth rewatching. But I remember really, really enjoying it for what it is, and having re-listened to the soundtrack and watched this trailer again, I think Yuri on Ice is pretty good.
Everybody who recommended Yuri on Ice to me when it came out was a girl. They
Makes
were
sense.
just there for the BL.
Yeah, but so am I, and we go B for boy.
We go B for boy.
Can I
I am.
oh, there we go.
Of course, I haven't seen Yuri on Ice, but if we're talking about a gay sports anime, I'd put Free above it any day.
Oh,
Any
absolutely.
day.
100% of that's what everyone said when I was looking at it. Everyone was like, "Yeah, Yuri on Ice is pretty good, but if you want that actual Yuri stuff, you got to go to Free."
Yeah, go to Free.
But it's still good. I think Yuri on Ice is worth its weight. I think it's good stuff. Not great stuff,
Okay.
but good stuff. So it gets top of B tier. And next up, ooh, it's time for another one of my favorite questions. Are you ready to play Prodigy or Pitiful?
Oh,
I'm
yes,
going
I can't
to
wait for
show
this.
you a character from a sports anime, and I will tell you what sport they play. I want you to tell me, is this character a prodigy at their sport, or are they absolutely horrible at this sport?
Okay. I'm gonna be good at this.
Again, I have more info if you need it.
Okay, perfect.
This is Longa Hasegawa. Longa Hasegawa is a Canadian-born transfer to Japan who is moving back here with his mom, who is a native Japanese, and is now moving back here after the death of his father. He picks up skateboarding from another kid when he gets there, and starts to learn about it, having never skateboarded before in his life. Is Longa Hasegawa a prodigy at skateboarding, or pitiful at skateboarding?
You were telling me about this. I remember this guy. He was snowboarding in Canada, so he's good at skateboarding. Because it's just like, you were telling me that's where Skate the Infinity comes from, because he's like, oh, it's like a snowboard, but I can skate anywhere. So I'm gonna say he's a prodigy.
I might have revealed my own hand too much, because yes, absolutely, Longa Hasegawa is a prodigy. He's been snowboarding since he was 2, and he is he takes a while, but he learns way faster than anybody ever did, and it becomes a thing that, like,
start out.
he learns
like,
to kickflip faster than his teacher learned, and that makes his teacher upset.
Okay.
But it becomes the other thing that, like, you shouldn't be upset just because you teach someone and they get better than you very fast. Doesn't mean that you don't love the sport any less than they do. But moving on. How about Akane Kashiwazaki, aka Prince, who is on the Kansai running team and is very into manga. He has ordered stacks in his room of manga. Is Akane Kashiwazaki a prodigy at running, or pitiful at running?
This guy strikes me as that character in sports anime who's like, oh, I'm just here because it's something to do. I don't really care about the sport, right? So that makes me want to say prodigy, but look at this guy's gumpy ass. How could he not be pitiful? Final answer, Steve. I'm gonna go pitiful.
Show me pitiful. Yeah, he's pitiful. Prince is really, really bad at running. In the first track meet, Prince runs 800 meters in over 30 minutes.
Oh.
He's terrible. He is absolutely horrendous at the sport. At one point, the main character tells him, if you don't run a sub 30 at the next meet, quit the team.
Damn.
So he gets a treadmill to build stamina, so he can read manga while he runs.
Can't believe this.
I love Prince. Prince is good because he's one of the characters that shows progression, even though he doesn't enjoy the sport. He still gets better. I like Prince. He's my favorite character from Run with the Wind.
There's always that guy in sports anime who just doesn't really want to be there.
Yeah. Most of the team on Run with the Wind don't want to be on the running team.
Nice.
We got Furuya Satoru, who is pitcher in Ace of Diamonds. Do you think Furuya Satoru, this stoic, introverted personality with weak communication, with an expressionless face that makes it difficult for his teammates to understand him?
He's got to be a prodigy.
Is he a prodigy or pitiful?
He's a prodigy. In every other anime, he's a prodigy.
He is a prodigy.
Of course
he is the first string ace when the main character
Kageyama
appears.
looking ass. Yeah.
He is his rival.
Okay, yeah. Understandable.
And I gotta lean over a little. I gotta lean over here a little bit, but how about Shukichi Naruko?
I like this guy.
AKA the Speedman of Osaka. Do you think this fiery, hot-headed kid is a prodigy or pitiful at cycling?
I bet he's very loud and very confident, but I bet he's immediately not as good as the main character. And so I'm gonna say he's pitiful. I bet, like, the main character comes in and, like, whoops his ass the first time they race.
Speaking with a Kansai accent all the way from Osaka, Shukichi Naruko is a prodigy. He is one of the fastest people and literally one of the best first years in the anime.
He's fastest in all of Kansai.
He is the rival to the main character, but the friendly rival. He has two rivals that are also first years. One that likes him and one that doesn't. But you got 3. You got 3 out of 4.
I got 3 out of 4.
Which does bring you over.
That brings my score up to 9.
You've done it. It doesn't even matter at this point. You're just going for score at this point.
I'm going to flex. We're going all the way to the
We're
top,
9
baby.
out of 16. Oh, it's all out, baby.
Oh, I'm excited for this one.
Another reason I started this project was because I learned about All Out. And then I watched All Out, and I really don't like All Out. I got 4 episodes in. There's a whole scene where they're like, wait, I don't know how to play rugby. Can you teach me? And the coach puts a still frame of a chalkboard up on the screen, like, to show the audience. That's like, here's all 15 positions in rugby. Read them, and if you don't know what they are, I don't care. And if you don't know what this game is, we don't care either. And then they move on. Like, they literally say, we don't care to explain this to you. Figure it out. And then they never do.
That's definitely not popular in Japan. It baffles me that they don't explain the sport.
Maybe they do later, but I got 4 episodes in, and it was so tiring. Even when they were playing rugby, and I was not having fun. Like, if we're doing a sports anime and you're doing the activity and it's not engaging, and I don't understand what's going on, and, like, things just happen. There's no, like, resolution. There's no, like, people trying to do a thing. It's just like, oh man, they're all tackling each other. We gotta get the ball. And then someone gets the ball and scores, and there's no build up to it. It's just, it happens. And you don't know why it's happening, or, like, why someone is able to do anything. They never explain anything. So I find it very frustrating.
If you get to a sports anime, you have to give it until, like, the first real match, right? And if you get to the first real match and you're still not interested, then it's not a good right. That's unfortunate. I feel like a rugby anime would be decent if they did it right, but
it's got potential.
Damn, that's unfortunate.
This is another one I think I could ostensibly come back to, but I'm not going to, probably.
Yeah, no need to.
Might read it, because I'm interested, but...
Good.
I probably won't. And for that reason, All Out gets an F tier, because I didn't even finish it. I couldn't even be bothered to watch it over many of these other shows, so it just has to. It has to go at the bottom. Ooh, July 8th, 2017. Welcome to the Ballroom.
Again, is this the one where they all have
anime? This is the long neck
long-ass necks? Yeah!
I couldn't find a regular trailer for this, so this is the German trailer. I wish it was. I wish we could listen to it because they are all speaking in the German dub, and it's really funny.
Literally the only thing I know about this anime is when it came out, everybody was like, "Why are their necks so fucking long? Why are they all giraffe people? Look at her neck."
I know I didn't even really notice it until you pointed it out, and then I watched this trailer, and I was like, "Oh yeah, it's really out there."
Yeah.
This one's fine. I watched 4 episodes and gave up again. This is one of the few I gave up on because it's pretty boring. It's fine. Maybe if you like ballroom dancing. I don't think it's any better than many other sports.
Doesn't sound very interesting.
It's just not very good. I just don't. Okay. It doesn't make me care. It doesn't make me care about the people.
Yeah.
So I can't be bothered. It just I wrote down, it feels like every other generic seasonal anime that comes out. I might come back and finish this another day, but it's so painfully generic after I just finished Free, and then into Ping Pong the animation, and then this.
I wonder what else was coming out when Ballroom, Welcome to the Ballroom was coming out, because I know I was watching some seasonal anime where that was coming out. What year was that?
This is summer 2017.
Could have been Demon Slayer, honestly.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
Welcome to the Ballroom, squarely in F tier. I'm sorry, but it is boring. And I couldn't even be bothered to watch it. I wanted to watch it. I was so interested in what ballroom dancing is, because I like the niche sports ones, but they just don't pan out. But it's now October 2nd, 2018, and Run with the Wind just came out. It's a smear frame.
What is wrong with his hair?
Smear frame.
Okay.
That's not. This is Kakeru from before, the guy you saw in the generic.
Oh, okay.
So essentially, this show starts off with Kakeru running down the street, and then suddenly a shopkeep is yelling after him, "Stop, thief!" And then a bike goes past the shopkeep and pulls up next to our main character. And it's one of these other guys. It's this guy. I forget his name. But he's like, "Hey, do you enjoy running?" And he looks confused and he's like, "Do you enjoy running?" And then it cuts to inviting him home. And he lives in this dorm with all these college students who are looking for like a cheap place to live. And he allows them into this dorm that he somehow owns, but is also a college student. And once the main character arrives, he's like, "All right, we have 10 people. It's time that we officially like rebuild the running club." And everyone's like, "What are you talking about? What running club?" And he's like, "The sign out front. It says running club." And there is a sign on the front of the house that's very dirty and can't read it. But it says like Kansei University Running Club. So he tells everyone, if you want to live here anymore, you gotta be in the running club. And that's how he entraps all these degenerate college boys into being a running club when none of them really want to be in a running club. And I love it. Run with the Wind is really good.
Okay, I'm glad you told me. I'm really excited to watch this now. I had no interest in this anime before, but now I'm like, I really want to watch this.
No, this one's real good because it's college boys and they're degenerate as all hell, and I love it. And they don't want to be in the sport, but the one like coach is dragging them all into it because he needs it. And our main protagonist used to be a runner in high school, but he got like too invested in it and he punched a teammate, and so now he doesn't run for teams anymore. He just runs for fun or to rob people. But
okay,
all these boys are great. Of course, I love the high and tight cut guy who with the glasses, who's angry at everyone.
Yeah.
Of course I do. Of course I love that guy. And every single sports anime.
They're in, I forget where they are in Tokyo, but or I don't know if that's Tokyo. But they cut to a lot of there's a lot of shots of very familiar places. Like they cut to the Big Buddha. And they cut to that one shopping center, and the the big Sento, bat house, steam pillar. I love this. I love this location.
The goal of of this season is to train the team so that they can compete in the Hakone Ekiden, like a relay marathon. And I haven't even finished it, but I'm going to because this show is real good, and it's only like 24 episodes.
Absolutely gotta watch
real
this
good.
One, man. Only 24?
Only 24.
Damn.
There's only one season right now. I don't know if there's going to be any more.
I want to say this is Haikyu guy, but I'm not sure.
It's not. I looked into it. He has not made other sports anime.
Okay.
I think he was involved in Yowamushi Pedal somehow, but I would have to double check that.
Yeah, I thought the guy who did that did something else. I don't remember.
Anyway, Run with the Wind. Boy howdy. Oh crap! I might have to move some things.
Uh-oh.
This is an A tier. Oh, but is it? I don't want to move. Yeah. Chihayafuru's got to move down. I'm happy with this. Run with the Wind's got to... Oh, wait. Oh, this is going to get real bad in a second. This is about to get really bad.
Yeah, I see a bunch of good ones down there.
This is about to get real dirty.
Yeah.
This is why I said these two have to be in the down here real early.
Yeah.
There's too much other stuff. Oh. But how about October 5th, 2018, Hinomaru Sumo.
Yeah.
Hinomaru Sumo
I'm
is
for this one.
very good. Hinomaru goes to a high school where he wants to join their sumo club, and when he gets there, he finds out that a bunch of degenerate Yakuza types have invaded the club and made it like a fake club so they just get a credit, and they don't actually do anything. They don't play the sport, they don't respect it. But there is a coach. They do have a club captain who is very into the sport, and that's Ozeki that we saw earlier in the first question. That's the main captain, and he loves it. So Hinomaru, who was the best sumo, one of the best sumo in all of middle school in Japan, comes to this high school and teaches these thugs a lesson in how to respect sumo, and beats their ass so that he can take the club back. And then they need new people, so they start recruiting other people from other sports who think they wouldn't like sumo, but they get an MMA fighter, they get a regular wrestler. One of the Yakuza guys comes back because he's like, man, sumo's so cool. I want to learn how to do that. And so he's like, please, teach me how to do sumo. And the catch is that Hinomaru, our main character, he wants to be a professional sumo wrestler. However, he's too short. He is 5 centimeters too short to be a professional sumo wrestler. However,
he's tiny.
Yeah, he is 160 centimeters.
What?
He is under 5'5". But there's a catch. If you become the Yokozuna, the best sumo, in high school, you get invited, you get given a license, basically. Doesn't matter what restrictions are already in place. If you become the Yokozuna of high school in all of Japan, you are given a sumo license, no matter what. So he just says, I
see this guy become the best.
I'm going to be the best. And he's like, not only am I going to be the best, I'm going to make my team the best in Japan. He's like, we're all going to, not only am I going to be the best, we're all going to be the best in our entire country. So I said, he's the Michael Jordan of sumo.
I love that his hair and the fire around his eyes looks like... Is his name Hinomaru?
Yeah, Hinomaru.
The he in Hinomaru is fire, and his hair and the fire in his eyes looks like the kanji for fire, and I love it.
Yeah, the fights are so good. He's got a super move. His signature move is called Demon Wheel, where he flips a guy over. Everyone's got signature moves. It kind of really wants to be Baki, and it's not. But
I'm here for Sumo Baki. I'm absolutely here for Sumo Baki.
It's pretty good. I would give it a try. Hinomaru Sumo is pretty good.
Would watch.
His full
Probably will
name
watch.
is Hinomaru Ushio.
I wonder if the Ushi means cow.
That could work.
I would love to see the kanji of his name.
So Hinomaru Sumo. Oh god, I'm going to have to rearrange these, but right now I'm gonna bloat B tier because I can't decide.
You can put Yowamushi Pedal in.
No, I don't know if it's better though.
You're saying Hinomaru Sumo isn't better than Yowamushi Pedal and Yuri on Ice?
I don't know, Mako. I don't know.
These are the tough decisions that you have to make. You are the sports anime fan. What you say in this tier list goes.
I know. I'm setting law for generations to come. Nobody's ever done this before.
Nobody's done this.
I think for good reason.
Look, if there's one thing I know about sports anime fans, they do not play sports.
Oh, come on.
Because they watch sports anime all day.
Well, what if we found a sport like Karuta where you didn't need to...
Okay, alright. Sure.
Oh, speaking of which, question time.
Question time!
Konosuke Uda, pictured here, created and directed Hinomaru Sumo.
Man.
What other major shonen series has Udo directed the anime for? Is it...
Major shonen.
A. Naruto, B. One Piece, C. Bleach, or D. Hunter x Hunter?
You really meant major shonen. I'm gonna say Hunter x Hunter.
You're going with Hunter x Hunter?
I'm going with Hunter x Hunter.
Unfortunately, that is incorrect. Konosuke Udo directed the first 278 episodes of One Piece.
Wow!
He has directed some of the movies since. He's been a major player in One Piece since the beginning.
Wow! Wow, that's like all the way to Water 7.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And now let me tell you, Hinomaru Sumo is his baby. He created it.
Oh, I gotta watch it now.
That's what I'm telling you.
I gotta watch it now.
I discovered some stuff. People who worked on these shows, I went and looked at some of my favorites, and I was like, oh, there's a lot of weird crossover. Unfortunately, no points on that one, but you don't even need these points anymore.
Yeah.
Ooh, October 10th, 2019. Stars Align. All these boys are traumatized as hell. Dear God, someone hug these boys and get them therapy in it.
It's
and out of these abusive relationships with their family, and oh my god, did the protagonist actually just plot to murder his dad? What the fuck? Good anime. Want to watch more someday. Proves that the anime with the net is a good anime.
Yeah.
This one's
more
good.
Net anime.
The music's good, and what I like about this one is that they play soft tennis, and they're at a school where the women's team is way better than the men's team, and they get all the like hand-me-down gear, because all the like fresh new gear is given to the girls' team, and they play against the girls' team, but they get beaten every time because they just don't care to get better. And then new kid, transfer student, protagonist Maki shows up, and he teaches all of them how to find fun with it, and he's never played soft tennis, but he's really good from the beginning. And then he gets mad at everyone because he's like, I've never played this sport, and I'm better than all of you in 3 days. What have you been doing for the whole year? And everyone's like, that's not fair, and...
It's all fun!
But Maki also has a horrible home life. His deadbeat dad is not, they're trying to hide from their dad, from Maki's dad, and they move a lot. That's why they moved in the show. But he finds them to steal money from them. And it becomes a whole thing of Maki's trying to hide money from his deadbeat dad, but he's got to do the tennis thing at the same time. So this main guy here, you see, is he's the second character. He's a rich kid, so he pays Maki to be in the soft tennis club as a job.
Okay.
So that's how he affords to do it, because Maki has no time. He has to work for his mom. He has to work a part-time job, cook at home, do all the chores and everything. He just has no time. So this kid's like, don't worry about it. I'll just how's 10,000 yen a month sound?
Damn.
And he's like, okay, I guess. That sounds good.
Oh, that's fine.
I didn't even say yes yet, but this guy's desperate to get a good player on the team.
Nice.
And they play doubles. And then when the stars align, they are the best doubles team, and they get to be really good. And it's fun. And it's got a lot of good representation. Unfortunately, these boys are traumatized. Oh my god, these boys. They're... Okay, I gotta put a trigger warning on this anime, actually. There is depictions of a mother harming her own baby in this anime. Like, causing them burns. Which is like one of the characters doesn't want to change in the changing room because he's got burns from when he was a child. And that's a whole thing, and it's one of those. It's one of those where all these boys have some deep, dark, repressed thing going on, and the main character helps them work through it.
I don't understand why so many Japanese authors are like, I really like making my own characters suffer. I like giving them awful lives.
It engaged me enough, but I was also like, this is like trauma porn. It
gets to that point.
Love it. Just, I feel weird watching it, especially when it's about like, these are like middle schoolers. These are like freshmen in high school at best. Like, these are children, and it's like, it's one thing to do like the trauma thing. It's another thing to actually depict like a mother harming her baby in your sports anime. It's about soft tennis, for Christ's sake. Like, someone hug these boys, please, and get them child protective services. But it's pretty good.
Well, it's good. It sounds good.
I want to put it... This is what I mean. I can't put everything in B, but I want to put half this stuff in B. I think this is going to have to be like a top of C tier thing. There's no way this is going to make it into anything higher. Don't take this the wrong way. Stars Align is pretty good. It's just getting pushed down by the rest of the field being so outstanding.
Yeah. Sports anime solid.
The top here, these like top 6. Ooh, baby. The cream of the crop up here.
We're about to get some heavy hitters too.
Oh, don't even remind me. I'm so anyway, January 10th, 2021, baby. Skate the Infinity.
Skate the Infinity.
This is the first one I watched after making the list. This is the first one I watched as part of the project. And I didn't think it was very good. And then I started watching more sports anime. And with every single passing season, Skate the Infinity stock goes up and up and up. This show got nothing but better the more sports anime I watched. This one's pretty good overall. Same director as Free, but it's their own creation. It's their own, like, created, directed by.
Seeing a lot of big names.
It's good. I don't love the wrestling personas and the underground skating youth. Skateboard. You know, it's youth skateboard race battle. Words, and other words. This one's fun. I think if another season were to come out, I would definitely watch more of it. It's just kind of mid. It's just okay. It's just fine.
That's unfortunate.
And that's alright.
It's designed well.
It looks good. I just don't think it's... I like it. And like I said, it only got better the more terrible other anime I watched.
It's got a good name.
And that director's done a lot of good stuff, and will continue to do good stuff. It seems, so that's good.
Hell yeah.
Skate the Infinity, we'll work on it. I'm sorry. We'll figure it out, okay?
Putting it in B?
I want
the way you were talking, it didn't sound like it would be that high.
Be the bottom of B. I just want it to be I want it to be high C or low B. It's the very middle mid. Like, it's just okay. And I think what we really need to do is get these all into the list so I can finally figure out their placements. The last two are huge heavy hitters for me. Hey, final question.
Oh, gotcha.
All of the following anime have original source material created by a woman except for one. Which of these anime were not originally created by a woman? Is it Chihayafuru, All Out, Skate the Infinity, or Stars Align?
This is tricky.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say Skate the Infinity.
Mako, I can't believe you do this. We just watched the trailer saying it was directed by Hiroko Utsumi.
Oh.
It's okay. I was
Clearly,
wondering if you were
attention to that.
I was wondering if you were gonna watch the trailer. Did
No.
I put this question here? No,
I didn't catch the names, but
Skate the Infinity was created and directed by Hiroko Utsumi, the same director as Free. Unfortunately, I don't have all their names here, but All Out and Chihayafuru were also created by women, meaning that Stars Align is the only one here created by a man. Which I just thought was, once I was going through it, interesting to find that all of, like, these, there was a lot more women-created anime than I anticipated there would be these days.
yeah, it's surprising.
It's good.
Good to see. Very good to see.
And pretty good, except for All Out. I'm sorry, whoever created that. It's just not very good. But Chihayafuru and Skate the Infinity are.
Those are pretty good.
Hiroko Utsumi from Skate the Infinity is going to be directing Buchigiri with the writer from Blue Lock. So
Okay, that sounds interesting.
I'm on that train, wherever
Hell
that is.
yeah.
All right, last two. January 30th, 2022.
Yeah, I know how you feel about this
Salaryman's
one.
Club. It's got a net in it, so you know how I feel.
The net.
I might have made an entire recipe video based on this anime. I love this anime, and I think it's even better having completed this project now. I think Salaryman's Club is a really, really good sports anime, mostly because it's not about high schoolers, and it's about businessmen. It's about adults and more interesting struggles going on outside of the games.
Right,
I don't think it's... The problem being is that it's when they're playing badminton, it's very much like Haikyu, and it's not better than Haikyu when it's playing badminton. But the outside of the game is the best part. Seeing a SWOT analysis be done in an anime was so fun.
It's amazing.
It's so fun, and the whole soundtrack is Fox Capture Plan, and this show is just so fun. I adore it. And it's got Kiryu. It's got Kiryu, baby. I didn't even know that for so long, but... I had to go look. Apparently, man, the Yakuza voice actors have been in a lot of stuff. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's almost like they're really talented.
It's true. It's just funny to see. Some of them are like, oh yeah, this guy's only ever been in RGG games. And then the other ones are like, yes, this man is Scooby-Doo. This man is Richard Nixon in Call of Duty.
Oh, I love that.
There's some real good ones in there. There was another one I found that I think...
It's like Dio's voice actor playing Deadpool.
One of the...
like Japanese Deadpool.
One of the I forget which one. One of the main... I think it's Seijima. Seijima's voice actor, I believe, is the coach in Haikyu.
Okay.
Which, like, Seijima does... The guy who does Seijima does some outlandish stuff, but...
Okay.
I didn't bring it in here because I didn't want to make this a Yakuza video. It's a Salaryman's Club. It's a B.
Really?
It's better than this stuff. It's
one. I thought you would put it in S tier.
No, this is not better than A.
Okay.
It's not. It's like on the same level as Free and Run with the Wind, probably. It's not Ippo, though.
Okay. I know we have one anime left. But I will be right back. Hang on.
Oh my god. Alright, I'll sit here with the list and try to fix this.
So, bad news.
Hey, welcome back.
I seem to have misplaced my Vuvuzela. So I will not have a Vuvuzela
Oh.
for the next anime. But just imagine I have one.
Just imagine it's there.
Imagine it's there.
I'm
Because-
trying my
Because
best
the next anime.
to move it along, but I've only adjusted a few of the lists. It's looking better, but it's not hot.
I think it's okay. I think 4 in one tier is okay.
No, I'm gonna fix it. We're gonna do it. We're gonna do only
Okay.
3 in every tier. I'm gonna make it happen. If I can have a full F tier and D tier by this point, I can figure it out.
Well, I
But
mean,
it's-
you won't have to worry about where BLUELOCK fits into the list because we already know BLUELOCK is gonna be the best. Let's go BLUELOCK, baby!
Well,
This is the best sports anime ever made.
we will see. We'll see.
What? Okay. All right. Okay. All right, pal.
Blue. Do I even need to? Do I even need to talk? Everyone's watching BLUELOCK, right? This is the one that everyone's seen now.
Well, in case people haven't watched BLUELOCK, we should tell them why they should watch BLUELOCK.
In 2018, the Japanese national team finished 16th, and as a result, the Japanese Football Association hires a crazed madman known as Eigo Jinpachi to create the BLUELOCK program, where he brings 300 promising strikers from across Japan to compete in some Saw-type games, basically, to prove how good of a striker they are. And this one's good because everybody's the same position and they're all jerks. Everybody's a jerk about it. And
Everybody wants to play the striker.
it's about
Nobody.
being the best. It's not about teams. It's not about... Well, it is about teams eventually, but it's not it's very selfish,
the end-
and it's interesting that way.
It is about being number one. At the end of the day, the one who scores the most points is the best player.
Yeah.
So be that player. Be the best.
It's really good. I don't even know how to describe it, but it's the themes and the animation of this show is so insane, and they make me learn about
eight-
soccer, and I'm actually interested in the games, and it's top to bottom.
I
So
would
fantastic.
say the stakes in BLUELOCK are so high, and it's so perfectly tense. You never know who's gonna win and who's gonna lose.
Yeah.
And so whenever if you get kicked out of the BLUELOCK program, you are no longer allowed to participate in Japanese soccer for the
That's
rest of
right.
your career.
You'll never go
Um,
pro if you fail at BLUELOCK.
It is so intense.
It's so intense, and it's so good.
Heartbreaking, and it is it's so hype. The music is perfect. It's so good. It's so good.
Fantastic. The easiest S tier of my life.
I'm of the opinion that every sports anime is the goddamn same. They all follow the same exact pattern every single time, and BLUELOCK, for once we have a sports anime that does something completely different. Completely different. It's not about the team. It's about being the best. It's about being better than everyone else and scoring the most points, and I love it. It's not about being a good guy.
BLUELOCK will redefine how sports anime are made.
Good.
And it's
Good.
It's better for it. Sports anime will always be different now because of BLUELOCK's existence, and I'm very excited about that.
Hell
It's so
yes.
good. Now, we come to the hardest time of finding a way to even out all these tiers and pick a best and worst of these 20 sports anime. Gotta find out what the best sport and the worst sport is. And I don't even know. I don't even know where to begin. But I think I'm willing to decide that Prince of Stride was the worst anime I saw on
How do you
this
fuck
list.
up a parkour anime? That's so
How do
cool.
you fuck up a parkour anime?
How do you fuck up parkour?
And they made it so boring. Just
They made
not about parkour.
more boring than ballroom dancing.
They did.
Are you kidding me?
Well, it's debatable, but so I did watch all of Prince of Stride. So
But you watched it hoping it would get better, right?
I watched it constantly hoping it would do a thing at some point and it get me
And
in
it
there.
didn't.
and it never
do
did.
a thing.
These two, I just got bored of, and they felt like they didn't want to teach me what was going on.
Yeah.
This one was
some
like,
of these,
meh, just boring.
some of these you watch to completion just because you wanted to see if you hoped it would get good, and it never did. So just because you finished an anime doesn't mean it's good.
For the sake of the fact that I finished it and still don't like it, I think it has to be the worst thing here.
Yeah.
Maybe these get better. Maybe All Out and Welcome to the Ballroom, I want to give the benefit of the doubt in that maybe if I gave them the 8 more episodes that I gave these other shows at least, that maybe they get me somewhere.
Their moments, but
that being said, they're still worse than Keijo, which I watched even less of, but
I'll kill you.
I would
You
rather
son of a
watch
bitch.
more Keijo than these.
I
Actually,
don't think Keijo belongs in this tier list to begin with, but I think Keijo's really
I
good.
thought it was a funny addition.
He's a good addition.
No, I think Eyeshield and Ace of Diamond are more interesting than Keijo. Better sports anime, at least.
Yeah, okay, I'll take that.
Now we gotta brush up. So these are the S tiers. We're gonna pick a best out of these 4. But
I bet if you got to the end of Hajime no Ippo, it'd probably be an S tier as well.
I think so. I think it really should be, but just everything else is so insanely stacked right now.
Yeah.
It's really close with Kuroko's basketball and Hajime no Ippo. And I've seen like 3 times as much of Kuroko's basketball.
Even I'll admit, I don't think Kuroko's the best. I think Kuroko's really good, but I think there's like BLUELOCK's better, Haikyu's better. I would definitely say that Ping Pong's probably better, even though I haven't watched it.
I'm going to assume.
If anything, I'd put Kuroko in A tier.
I think it's really good. I really there's no other anime on this list that I watched.
I can't hear you anymore.
Oh shit. Wait, yeah, you should be able.
Am I deaf? Am I crazy?
No, I got it. I fixed it.
Alright, cool.
Hit the wrong mute button for a moment.
You're trying to mute me for my shitty opinions.
So
no more out of you.
My thing with Ippo, and maybe this would be different if circumstances were different, but I watched 26 episodes of Kuroko's basketball in 2 days, not even thinking about it. Just wanted to watch it. Whereas Ippo, I'm not even nearly that far in, but maybe I would be if I wasn't watching with someone else. But I don't regret that. I still think I took Kuroko's basketball instantly. I was in for the ride immediately, and I love it, and I want more. So
It is solid sports anime. It's really good. I
have to give it to it because it sucked me in more than anything else here, except for Ping Pong. But Ping Pong's shorter.
Yeah.
So I gotta move down the list then, meaning I think Yowamushi Pedal drops to C tier, and it's worse than Yuri on Ice, maybe, but better than Stars Align. And I still gotta move out of A tier. And I'm gonna drop Run with the Wind to the top of B tier.
I definitely, coming away from this, I need
Chihayafuru's
to watch
better.
Ping Pong the animation. I want to watch Run Like the Wind, and I want to watch Hinomaru Sumo.
Ooh, this one's tough. Which one's gonna drop to C tier?
What is that other one? Skate the Infinity?
Skate the Infinity and Hinomaru Sumo.
You were talking like Skate the Infinity was like, it was okay.
So was Hinomaru Sumo, I'll be honest.
Really?
These are equal.
More positive about. Okay.
These are equal anime. I like Skate the Infinity now, having finished this project. I like Skate the Infinity compared to a lot of these other things. But do I like it more than Hinomaru Sumo? I think I do. I remember more characters from Skate the Infinity, and I watched it longer ago. I take it back. It's going down. And that, ooh, God, this breaks my heart.
Now you gotta put one of these in D tier.
This is getting rough.
These used to be in B.
This is why I wanted to do 3 in every tier, because it makes me make these choices. I have to be able to align. These are ordered lists as well. Like, I have to be able to. I feel like Hinomaru Sumo has somehow made it in really high. I don't remember loving it that much. Stars Align can go D tier. I'll live with it. Man, I didn't think Eyeshield would drop this far down. Or Ace of Diamond, but I think this is it.
Alright, what is the best sport?
Oh boy.
The best sport.
Oh, actually, I'm gonna make a hot swap here.
Oh,
Run with the Winds moves up to A. Salaryman's Club moves to top of B. Once I go finish Run with the rest of Run with the Wind, I think it'll be better than Salaryman's Club.
Okay.
No, not yet. Not yet. I won't accept it yet. Salaryman's Club is still good. But the best sports anime to watch is certainly not Kuroko's Basketball, unfortunately, but...
I would agree. I'm not gonna blame you for slapping Ping Pong up there.
I won't. I think Ping Pong is the best thing I watched for this project, but I had seen all of BLUELOCK and Haikyu before I even started. So... Ping Pong, if I have to put that, Ping Pong is the best thing I watched before anything else on this list. If you take anything, please go watch the 11 episodes of Ping Pong the animation. It is incredible.
Absolutely.
Otherwise, and I know you're not gonna like it, Haikyu is still the best sports anime ever made.
Alright, that's fair. That's the most vanilla pick you could have... That's the most... Except that's like saying My Hero Academia is my favorite anime. You...
Okay, listen to my reasoning. I think...
Alright.
Give BLUELOCK 2 more seasons. Let it catch up in runtime with Haikyu. I think it will surpass it. Once they're both completed, I think BLUELOCK will be better. But right now, I like Haikyu more as a package than BLUELOCK. I think BLUELOCK will be better, and I'm invested in it right now. But you can go watch all of Haikyu that's out, of course. But I think there's more of a journey to go on already there. And I like the heights of that ride more than BLUELOCK thus far. But I think BLUELOCK will absolutely get there by the end of next season.
Oh, Season 2, you know Season 2 of BLUELOCK's gonna be crazy.
Wait a second. Hey, fun fact. You ready? Fun fact.
Fun fact.
You know this guy?
Is that Ego Jinpachi?
This is Koki Uchiyama. You may know him for many voices, such as Tsukishima, the Russian Yuri from Yuri on Ice, Smile from Ping Pong the Animation, Ikuya from Free Post Season 1, and Rin Itoshi from BLUELOCK. He is the most overlap I could find in all of these shows. He is in 5 of the shows I watched.
Yeah, it sounds like I hear that voice everywhere.
Did you? Yeah, you do,
Makes
because he's also Japanese Roxas.
Oh, I mean...
He's also Rui from Demon Slayer.
Okay.
He's also this Soul Eater. Evan?
I
want to say Evan?
Yeah, I think his name is Evan Soul Eater.
I think I saw Soul Eater Evan, but I didn't write it down.
Oh, Soul Eater Evan? Oh my god.
He's also
he
this guy from My Hero.
I don't even remember his name.
Who cares? And finally, I just thought this was funny. He's a Jake Long, the American Dragon. He's all of these characters.
Go.
I just thought that was great. This dude's so many people. It's insane. But that's it. That's my fun fact. Thanks for joining me on my sweet tier list game show. You've won the grand prize of making me stream any game of your choice.
Oh,
I'm sure I won't regret it.
I can't wait. I'm so excited for this. I'll make sure to pick a good game.
Oh my god, the curse is broken. I'm finally free. I can watch other anime again.
You can go watch One Piece now. Finally.
I've earned my stripes. I am a true sports anime fan. I don't want anyone coming at me ever again when I say a sports anime is good. I've done the work. I've done the research. I know what these shows are about.
Oh yeah? You're a sports anime fan? Then what was the, who's the non-binary character in Stars Align, huh?
Yuta Asuka. It's you.
You would
it's
know
you.
that as a...
Love you.
Yeah!
That definitely was a problem when I was going through it. I was like, man, these character names are blurring together because I'm watching a season of anime like every day.
That's the biggest thing about sports anime is they introduce you like to a whole team of characters, and you have to remember the names of the entire team.
Mm-hmm.
And there's multiple teams. Like Kuroko and Baske, I didn't learn anybody's name.
Never.
I didn't learn anyone's name.
I learned
except
the
for
name
like
too.
a Generation of Miracles.
Got
and,
Kuroko and Kagami, and that's about it.
Kagami Taiga was his name, right?
I think so.
Okay.
Sports anime is good. Please watch sports anime. This has been your local sport anime fan telling you to watch sport anime. 'Cause it's good.
This is your local not a fan of sports anime telling you to go watch Keijo.
No, please, it's
Just go watch
F tier
Keijo.
at best.
It's really good. You should watch Keijo.
It was fun. It was a nice. It was kind of like a piece of ginger in the middle of this project where I was like, oh yeah, you can just have like generic middle anime that's not bad. Doesn't make me sad or like not want to watch anime ever again. Thanks for joining me, Mako. I'm gonna end the stream. I don't know who's here, but I'm getting
Thank
out
you
of
very
here.
much for having me.
I'll be back. Oh wait, what game am I playing?
I will decide. I think Kingdom Hearts would be funny. I don't think either that or I'm gonna make you buy Ghostbusters the video game on Steam, and we're gonna play it together.
Oh god, that's gonna be so expensive.
No, it's not.
Okay. Okay, we'll figure it out. Oh no. What have I done? I should have made the questions harder. I wanted to make them achievable.
You gave me that freebie that was like 5 free points. That's the only reason I won.
Well, yeah. Worth it.